We also have a Mexico location as well as a Qingdao, China location. To give a little bit of our history, I'm a Colorado native, Palisade, yeah, fruit land, best peaches in the state, actually probably in the country. You know, it's something that we've been really pushing for a long time, and I have to acknowledge Doss that's here with us today with that ice cream. Doss was one of my first heroes, and when I was 9 years old, I was sitting in Colorado State Senate hearings for industrial hemp. It was the first legislation after the prohibition with the Senator Casey bills, and that's when I had the pleasure to meet Doss and look up to him for over 20 years now. We've been kind of pushing and saying the same thing, and Colorado had one of the nation's first hemp shops up in Glenwood. We had a little hemp shop on the side from our development and processing, and being in Glenwood, we got to a lot of tourists all over the country to help spread the hemp word, and had everything from the Bronner's soap and Sundog way before they became part of Bronner's, and hemp foods and fashion, and original green jeans that actually dyed your legs green. So, you know, it's come a long way over the years. Today, Enviro Textiles is the leading in development on textiles. So we do fibers, composites, yarns, fabrics. I brought a couple examples over here at the table. You can see there's a hemp skateboard down there by the far leg. That's a Colorado company, Meyer Skis, out of Carbondale, that's doing hemp composite with pine beetle keel wood. So really awesome Colorado product. We've also teamed up with the Colorado Alpaca Co-op. We now have a mini mill on the western slope that we are spinning and blending hemp and alpaca yarns. They're amazing, incredible. The alpaca is, of course, yet another natural plant fiber that we really want to educate people on true natural plant fibers, as well as animal fibers and what's the most sustainable materials to use in our environments. You know, Super Size Me got people pretty conscious about what they're putting in their body. So now it's time to really get more into what we're putting on our body, around us, and our environments. It's all attributed. Wonderful documentary came out recently, Toxic Hot Seat. I encourage everybody to watch it. It really enlightens you to what's around us. And the fact that firefighters are dying from being exposed when they're going into inflamed homes to all the junk in our homes. So it's really starting to kind of give a new light. So in Glenwood Springs, that is our global headquarters. We stock over 100 various hemp fabrics, some of which I'm wearing today, hemp every day. And actually this was hand loomed in Utah. So you can see amazing artisan wares to casual up to wedding gowns. Our hemp silk helped kick off high fashion. We've been able to have top designers all over the world show off that there is no limits in fashion or punctuality to go green or go hemp anymore. So companies are picking it up every day. It's really exciting, and people are going to start noticing more and more of these top brands that we're all familiar with coming out with new hemp products, pushing the limits with new technology, and these ancient fibers is just amazing, from bike frames and plastic products. You know, we all are in this together, and of course now's the time to really build up for our nation again. It's hemp for our farmers, hemp for our workers, hemp for healthy products for us, and even getting back on that global exchange. What a concept. You know, we shipped to over 76 countries out of Glenwood Springs alone last year. So we're still exporting our materials, but we're exporting them as well. And that doesn't include our international drop ship, so that was solely hemp being exported from the U.S. abroad. And when people mention, we're the only industrialized nation, we're the only civilized nation as well that doesn't allow the cultivation of hemp. And of course, what a lot of people don't realize is hemp's been growing wild all over our country ever since the Prohibition. We've got Amish communities that grow it, we've got Native communities that grow it. It is out there and it hasn't been disturbed. And now it's time to bring it to fruition for the rest of our communities and our healthy products. So, we're really here today to not only offer materials for people to build their products out of and encourage Made in the USA with our imported hemp. Unfortunately, hemp textiles is going to be one of the last things on the list to focus on in the United States. We don't have any natural fiber processing left in the U.S. It's all synthetic and cottonized equipment. Another thing is when you're looking at that hemp plant, 80% of the plant is that stalk, but only about 10% of that stalk is that exterior ribbon that contains the fiber. When you start breaking down your fiber, only about half of that 5% is a textile grade fiber. So it's going to take an awful lot of farmers growing an awful lot of hemp to finally have enough fiber to justify a state-of-the-art textile facility again. And we really don't want to always utilize what we have just to get this off the ground. We don't want to see hemp going to making viscose and depleting the purpose of what we're trying to achieve with healthy products. And it does happen, it's very common with bamboo. Federal Trade Commission is now in a lawsuit against all companies falsely marketing bamboo as natural, not even organic, but natural. So we know if they're hip to that, next is to come the cornings, the soys, a lot of these other nasty, quote-unquote, green washed products. And the consumers are getting hip to it, and of course we want to build a healthy future for our economy, for our country, for not only our health, but our future generations here on Earth. So it's important to really know where does your product go, what does it take to create that product. We've got a sustainable, biodegradable transparency rating where it walks you through the entire process. So we've worked directly with the USDA Biopreferred program, helping to really key down really what is the bio-based material in that end finished, processed, completed product, and it's gone through all these phases. So that's really important, and it's awesome to see various groups and certifications that are really starting to realize, okay, just that one stamp of approval for the growing isn't covering all these harmful processing and issues that we need to start really paying attention to, because we are losing our natural resources. We do need to find alternatives that are going to not only be healthy but cost effective and not create more environmental impact for us down the line. Today's an exciting day. Enviro Textiles is here to consult and help any company, farmer, needs and what they need to talk about and focus on to get their program started. We also want to really help create fully value added to the plants with zero waste programs. We would be one of the only countries in the world that's done that with hemp. Everyone's kind of focused on what their cultivar strain is to grow for their particular products. In Canada, they've been growing seed oil strain for 16 years now, and they still don't utilize that stock. That is a waste product. We want to see our farmers be able to utilize that stock. We want to show that you can have zero waste programs, have the best value across the board, and of course the most wonderful and multiple products available across the board. And our machinery and processing equipment division has really taken off in the last 2 years. Of course, there is no hemp without the equipment needed to do so, as with any industry. So we've seen a big increase in demand for processing equipment. We have a page on our website you can go to it's important to have an idea of what you want to focus on, or have an idea of some people you talk to that are going to want to have that end product, you know, to have at least an idea of what you're looking at, to have an idea of what kind of equipment you're going to need. We get a lot of calls every day from farmers all over the world, but especially the U.S. right now, going, well, we want to grow and process hemp. We're going, okay, well, what do you want to process it into? Well, well, we want to do hemp. What should we do? Well, what do you have available out there? What can you start with, and then be able to send those components off to other facilities to complete those products? You know, we reached out to multiple facilities here in Colorado. For example, we've got the big gypsum plant right down 70 from us in Glenwood. And of course, our hemp composites would be a wonderful alternative component in those products, and they are very interested. So we've got to go through their testing labs outside of the state to really identify what material is going to be needed for them, how close can we get it, and then can they take that base product and process it the rest of the way down, or are they willing to implement that in their facility to start offering this? And a lot of these guys are. You know, they've been looking for alternatives for a long time. There are initiatives in place on the federal level that are implementing that products need to start to become a lot more sustainable, multi-purpose, or organic. You know, they're really starting to get it, and we have to. So there's some other big news that I know Colorado Industrial Hemp Company is not going to have the time to come up here with us today, and I believe Jason's got some big news too, because turns out, you guys, the first hemp homes have been confirmed to be built in Colorado this year. Are already mapping out to bring a hemp home to a gentleman that lost his in the fires last year. It's going to be one of the most amazing, sustainable, passive builds, just really bring in all the alternatives and show how you can do it the best in the most cost-effective, efficient way. They're going to have workshops available, and I encourage everybody to talk to these guys to find out how to get involved, do the workshop, learn how to build with hemp, you know, do a little addition on your place with the hemp and not some of the other stuff. We've got it available now. So I look forward to seeing how we're going to go from here, and it's exciting to be in this time and really see what all of you are going to take it to that next level. So thank you. Yay!